What if I told you that intelligence isn't something you're born with, it's something you can build? Some people just seem to think faster. They solve problems instantly. They predict outcomes before they happen. While everyone else struggles, they're always 10 steps ahead. And maybe you've told yourself, I'm just not wired like that. But what if I told you that intelligence isn't just about how you were born? It's about how you train your brain. But most people never reach their full potential. Not because they aren't capable, but because they never learn how to think. They spend their days consuming useless content, avoiding challenges, and staying in their comfort zones. And that's why they never grow. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to train your brain, sharpen your mind, and process information faster than anyone around you. These are not theories. These are scientifically proven methods that will change the way you think, if you apply them. So stay until the end, because this might just be the most important video you've ever watched. Step 1. Reprogram your brain to think clearly. The biggest mistake people make when trying to become smarter is assuming intelligence is just about knowing a lot of facts. It's not. True intelligence is about how well you think, how fast you learn, and how clearly you process information. To improve your thinking process, practice first principles thinking. This is the strategy used by geniuses like Elon Musk and Da Vinci. Instead of accepting information at face value, break it down to its fundamental truths. Ask, why is this true? What is the core principle behind this? This forces your brain to work harder and think deeper. Use the 5XY method. Whenever you learn something new, ask why 5 times in a row. This forces your brain to go beyond surface-level understanding and find deeper meaning. Think in systems, not just facts. Smart people don't just memorize information. They understand how different ideas connect. Train your brain to see patterns instead of just details. Take one problem in your life today and break it down using these methods. Train your brain to analyze deeply. But that's not all. If you don't have a strategy to execute them, it will be all meaningless. Here's how to apply it right now. Every time you learn something, ask, how can I use this today? If you don't have an answer, you are wasting mental space. Explain what you just learned in one sentence. If you can't, you don't truly understand it. This is how Einstein trained his mind. Force execution. Reading about discipline is useless unless you get up and do something immediately. Step 2. Build a weaponized attention span, deep work mastery. Your ability to focus is your greatest weapon, but right now, it's broken. Every time you check your phone, get distracted, you weaken your brain's ability to go deep focus mode. Some can't even focus for more than 20 seconds. Watching or absorbing knowledge until here would be too much work for them. Now, here's why this step works. The brain adapts to what you feed it. If you train it to focus deeply, you will absorb, process, and execute faster than anyone else. Your memory, problem solving, and thinking speed all depend on how deeply you can focus. Every genius in history, from Einstein to Musashi to Steve Jobs, had one thing in common: the ability to enter deep work states. Here's how to immediately apply this. The 90-minute rule. Set a timer, cut out all distractions, and go all in on one task. No notifications, just pure execution. Monotasking over multitasking. Your brain is not designed to multitask. Stop switching. Pick one task, go deep, and execute. Delay gratification. Before checking your phone, force yourself to do 5 minutes of deep work first. This reprograms your brain to resist distractions. For the next 90 minutes, eliminate all distractions and train your focus like a weapon. If you fail, you will remain average. Step 3. Mental models. The secret weapon of smart thinkers. The smartest people in history did not just rely on knowledge. They used mental models to simplify complex ideas and make fast, effective decisions. A mental model is a tool that allows you to see the world more clearly and avoid thinking traps that keep most people stuck. 3 mental models that will make you smarter instantly if you apply them. First, principles thinking. Instead of memorizing information, break problems down to fundamental truths. Ask yourself, what do I actually know for certain? If I had to rebuild this idea from scratch, how would I do it? This is how Elon Musk and great inventors think. Second-order thinking. Average people only see the immediate effects of a decision. Smart people think, what happens next? Always ask, if I do X, what are the long-term consequences? This stops you from making short-term emotional choices that hurt you later. Pareto principle, 80-20 rule. 80% of results come from 20% of actions. Identify the few things that give the most progress and focus only on those. For example, 80% of project value is achieved with the first 20% of effort. 80% of your knowledge is used 20% of the time. In studying, 20% of techniques give 80% of retention. Rereading books? Not enough. Your brain forgets passive reading. Active recall? Overpowered. Instead of rereading, test yourself. Close the book. Try to recall everything. The more you struggle, the stronger your memory gets. Once you master mental models, you will analyze problems faster, predict outcomes better, and outthink everyone around you. Step 4. Upgrade your thinking speed. Train your brain like a muscle. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you challenge it, the faster and sharper it becomes. But most people never push their minds to the edge, so they remain slow thinkers. If you want to process information faster, you need to train your brain daily the same way a warrior sharpens a blade. Here's how to train your brain like a weapon. Learn something you're bad at. Pick one thing you struggle with and work on it for 10 minutes a day. The more your brain fights back, the more it's growing. Use the delayed answer trick. When you get a difficult question, don't answer immediately. Force yourself to think for at least 10 seconds before responding. This strengthens deep thinking. Debate against yourself. Every time you make a decision, argue against it for 30 seconds. This strengthens critical thinking and exposes weak reasoning. Results? Within 2 weeks, you'll notice you think faster, react quicker, and spot patterns others miss. Now, you have the tools. You know how to focus deeply, learn actively, break down complex problems, and train your thinking speed. But knowledge means nothing if it is not applied. Most will hear this and continue as they were. A few will take action and rise above the rest. If you've made it this far, then you already have the mindset to grow. The only thing left is to prove it to yourself. I would appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to show some love. Until next time.